true north, strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Welcome to the Burnaby Lake Sports Complex in Burnaby, beautiful British Columbia. It's our second of tonight's featured matches in the BC Premier League, and it's an important one for the visiting Vancouver Rise Academy. Going into tonight's games, the Rise sitting 2 points back of league leaders Altitude, but with a game in hand. Altitude played earlier tonight, got a 1-0 win thanks to Kiera Blundell's 74th minute goal at Unity, and that's a huge 3 points for Altitude. It currently gives them a 5-point lead at the top of the BCPL standings. However, the Rise do have 2 games in hand, one of them being this one tonight. They need to get the 3 points here to keep them as the favourites to lift the league title. Defending champions Altitude will be hoping that Burnaby don't have a showing as they did against Altitude the last game, where Altitude put 8 goals past this Burnaby side. That in itself should be added motivation for the home side. I'm your match commentator, Michael McCall, and I'll have the call for this one tonight. The starting lineups for both teams for Vancouver Rise. In goal, number 52, Alice Bromilo. Number 33, Raquel Partovi. Number 34, Joelle Bader. Number 37, the Golden Boot leading Brooklyn Bolt. Number 39, Lacey Kindle. Number 45, Mila Iwazik. Number 47, Adriana Geese. Number 55, Grace Robson. Number 59, Ali Pizarka. Number 62, Harjanat Bura, and number 65 is Mia Martin. The Rise led by head coach Esteban Mora. For Burnaby, it's Dylan Barrett in charge, his first year in charge of the team, and his side lines up in goal. Number 1, Nea Sadhu. Number 5, Hayden Valentine. Number 6, Julie DeRom. Number 8, Karis Fraser. Number 10, Sarah Johal. Number 17, Dariela Lopez. Number 18, Isabella Santiani. Number 19, Emily McAdam. Number 24, Bella Connell. Number 26, her twin sister, Katie Connell. And number 28, Camille Berg. The man in the middle for this one is Chris Harrop. First assistant referee is Mikalee Taylor. Second assistant referee, Marcus Penatato. And the fourth official for this one is Chris Thompson. And this is a battle between 6th placed Burnaby and 2nd placed Rise. Burnaby, 11 games played, 3 wins, 1 draw, 7 defeats. They're sitting on 10 points, 17 back from the Rise, who have played 10, won 9. The one solitary defeat, and that was to current league leaders Altitude. They're on 27 points just now. They've scored 21 goals. They've only given up 7. And they will be looking to get big 3 points on the board here. The Rise, the second highest scorers in the league behind Altitude, but they've got the best defence with just those 7 goals given up. Burnaby know how to get goals themselves. They're the 4th highest scorers, but it's the Rise that get the action underway in their lime green jerseys and short combo with the yellow socks and trim, going from right to left in this first half. Burnaby in the all black with the gold numbers and trim going from left to right. And the wind has thankfully dropped from what we had in the men's game. 22 degrees at kickoff, but it's very pleasant down at pitch level. The sun will set soon. To do with a goal kick out to the far side. Burnaby winning that battle on the left wing. The ball played forward, and it's good movement here in the early going from Burnaby, but the flag up on the near side. And a good opportunity comes to nothing. Thank you for spending your Tuesday night watching and supporting BCPL here on YouTube. If you're watching live, if you're watching on demand, thank you as well for supporting the league and local soccer. As it's a nice through ball there, kept in by Kindle. Chipped into the danger zone, but Burnaby will get it clear. And the danger girl to watch for the Rise tonight is the 10-goal Brooklyn Bolt. She leads the league in the Golden Boot race, the number 37 for the Rise. And there's a big drop-off between Boniza and Ali Pizarca on 2 goals apiece after Bolt. So it has felt that so much has gone through Brooklyn Bolt this year. The Rise haven't been banging the goals in as much as we've maybe seen from Rise and Whitecap sides in recent years, just averaging 2 goals a game. But just that one defeat, which was to Altitude a couple of weeks ago, and that was such a big game because the Rise would have almost been home and dried if they'd managed to get the win on that. But Jesse Simon's Altitude side getting that win, having now played the extra game as well, 2 including tonight's. And it does give them that cushion at the top of the standings. It's currently a 4-point lead. I think I said it was 5 at the start of this. Altitude have also only lost 1 game in the BCPL this season, and that was to this Rise team. 3-1 up at UBC a few weeks back. But Altitude dropped 2 big points in a home draw with TSS Rovers, and depending how things play out after this, that could be the difference maker with who wins the BCPL title and goes on to represent BC in the interprovincials. That's a nice turn away, but Sadu quickly off her line to take that off the foot of Bolt. You don't want to give her any room out there. That through ball found her superbly. Burnaby need to have a way better defensive showing than they did against Altitude last time out. It was a heavy 8-0 defeat. And Altitude are a side that are capable of doing that. Rise going again. Raquel Partovi out in the wing. Cross coming in. Headed clear just now by Santiani. And that's a good ball for Sarah Jo Hall. Just looking for the return pass there, but 2 Rise defenders managing to get back and break that up, but it's going to still be ball in hand here. As the home side look to see if they can get the breakthrough. These 2 teams met up at UBC on April 24th, and it was a narrow 2-1 win for the Rise in that one. And they needed a 70th minute penalty from Grace Robson to claim all 3 points. Derom plays that forward out now to the wing to Johal. One ball just easily run through to Alice Bromilo in the Rise goal. Bromilo, the 17-year-old keeper, joined the Rise from TSS Rovers 2009 girls side. Burnaby though keeping pressing here as Julie Derome putting a little bit of pressure there on Mia Martin. What a big save there from Bromilo. A good shot coming in from the home side, but Bromilo getting down well to turn that away. This has been a good start from Burnaby. I'm sure the coaching staff will have challenged them to show the team that they can be after that last outing. Now the Rise going the other way, and the shot comes in, and it's an excellent save from Sadhu, throwing herself across her goal to turn that one away. As the wind has sprung up here once again. We've gone end-to-end stuff in the opening minutes here. Rise with their first corner of the match. Just a good curling in swinger. Sadhu came out to get it, didn't get a connection, but it takes a bounce off a Rise player, and it's going to be out for a Burnaby goal kick. Connell flicks that on. Apologies for the silence there, just had a slight coughing fit. But we're back to the action. Now the Rise are going to get their second corner in the last couple of minutes here. Bura over on corner kick duty. Gets good height in it to the back post, and it's headed clear. Mia Martin trying to get on the end of it. Rise win it back though on the edge of the box. They're forced back. Burnaby trying to clear the lines and get out here. That's the free ball coming through, looking for Brooklyn Bolt, but it's just going to run through to Nea Sadhu in the Burnaby goal. Oh, and Sadhu coming out to try and get that. She leaves her goal open, and it's tucked away for the opener. 10 minutes in. Great anticipation there from Harjanat Bura to get on the end of that. And as Sadhu tries to get back onto goal, the goal was gaping, and Bura tucks it away for her first of the season. And the Rise are off and running here at Burnaby Lake. It's Burnaby FC 0, Vancouver Rise Academy 1. And And Burnaby would have been hoping that they could have held on for a little bit longer. So it already feels like this might be a bit of an uphill battle for them now. You don't want to go behind to the Rise at the best of times, never mind just 10 minutes into the game. Rise going again there as the ball comes back to Sadhu. Oh, and it's a second for the Rise. And Brooklyn Bolt gets her 11th off the season. And just 2 minutes between the goals. And the Rise are piling on the early pressure. They saw altitude, as I mentioned, putting 8 goals past this Burnaby side, and they're going to look to see if they can at least match that, if not better it. Burnaby though just trying to get on with it. It was a lovely cross in from the right as well by goalkeeper Tovey to set Bolt up right in front of goal, and she was never going to miss from there. And here they go again, Bolt. Sadhu quickly off her line, but Bolt had just taken a step too much. And Sadhu lucky there because she did catch Bolt as she raced in on goal, but it was offside anyway. And the Rise are in full flow just now, and when they are playing like this, they are a formidable juggernaut. As Burnaby this time get caught offside at the other end of the pitch. Throw into the Rise, just inside their own half at the halfway line. Over the head of Bader there. It's picked up in the middle of the park, and that's something that this Rise team are so good at, is the recovery play. Once they give the ball away, the first thought in their mind is to win it back as quickly as possible. It's part of their identity, and it has paid off big time for them this season in the league. The winner of the BCPL goes on to represent the league in the Interprovincials that will be held in August. It's a long ball forward, and it springs Lacey Kindle. She's getting chased down here and just gets out-muscled off the ball. That was good defensive play. You see the speed here, and I was just keeping an eye there because after that challenge, which was a bit of a 50-50, Katie Connell took a little bit of a knock and she's gone down. I think she's just winded more than anything. It looks like the Rise are going to make a substitution here as Michaela Hunter is lined up at the halfway line. And we do get that substitution now. Michaela Hunter, the number 25, coming on for the Rise. Sorry, for Burnaby. Rise just winning every battle in the middle of the park right now. And it's hard for Burnaby to keep hold of the ball. When they do get it, they're having to move it very quickly because they're getting constant pressure. Santoianni plays that one up for Lopez. It was Camille Berg that went off there. I thought it had been Katie Connell that had gone down, but it's number 28, Camille Berg. As another shot comes in, and what a strike! And it's 3-0 to the Rise in the 18th minute. And they are running rampant just now. Beautiful hit from distance, and Sadhu tried to get what she could on that, but Lacey Kindle putting her laces through that and tucking that one away. Actually, it's Raquel Pertovi that got the goal there. I'm just mixing up my ponytailed girls. That was a tremendous strike. Oh no, it was Kindle, so I was right the first time. Someone was telling me that it was a different player, so yeah, it was Lacey Kindle that got the strike there. My eyes were not deceiving me. This is going to be a long evening, you feel, for Burnaby now, because the Rise are just not letting up. And it's almost a fourth off the bar. Flag is up for offside. Almost a fourth going in there from Mila Iwazic. Burnaby, to their credit, their heads haven't gone down. They're still trying to bring this game forward, but it's been a 3-goal blitz in 8 minutes for the Rise. And you can basically tell that they are not finished just yet. That goal, incidentally, for Kindle, her second of the season. Lacey Kindle coming from a very big footballing family. The 16-year-old's dad, Steve Kindle, spent 9 years as a Whitecap. Her mother, Sarah Maglio, a former forward with the Canadian women's national team. So football very much in her blood and running through her veins. And she's had some development call-ups as well for the Rise's first team in the NSL. So a very bright future awaits Lindy Lacey Kendall, whether she decides to go pro, go to college. We'll see over the next couple of years. Santoyani breaks that one up for Burnaby. Joe Hall now skips past one tackle, can't get past the second, but does well to come back and recover the ball as Hunter tried to do the back heel there, goes down under the attention of Bura. Hall battling away there. She's only been back a few weeks, coming back from her rookie college season at the University of Hawaii. Has been banging the goals in BCPL in the past. 6 goals for Burnaby last year as that looping effort just falls into the arms of Bromelo. That's a nice touch and turn there. Ali Pizarka just running in to too many players in the end, but the Rise again, what I was talking about just a few moments ago, winning the ball back immediately after turning it over. But now Lopez wins it back for Burnaby, out to Johal. Lopez brings it down the volley and fires the shot in, a palm away from Bromelo. Now the Rise immediately going the other way. Bura trying to stop this one from running out. Burnaby struggling to get out of their half at times here. But that free kick given away cheaply will certainly help them. I'm sure all the altitude coaches and players will be following along in the score of this one, and they'll be looking at the fixtures that's remaining and trying to see where the Rise might drop some points along the way. It's kind of difficult to maybe see where that is going to happen. The games that are coming up after this, they've got Unity at home, and Unity can certainly test them. Then they're away to TSS Rovers on what is now the 25th of June. Originally was meant to be the 26th, but the Rovers have brought that game forward a day so it doesn't clash with the game at BC Place between New Zealand and Belgium. And then the Rise wrap up on July 3rd out at Kamloops, and that might be the day that they clinch the title, because it feels like this could go all the way down to the wire. But right now they're tearing forward again. Bolt is in the middle. She was almost played in there by Partovi, and she's already got 1 assist tonight. Almost playing Bolt in for a second time. Past the midway point and moving into the final 20 minutes here of the first half. It's a first half that has been dominated by Vancouver Rise. Bura is on acres of room out here on the left. If the Rise can find her, she's just not being picked up at all by Michaela Hunter. As the cross comes in once again, looking to try and find Bolt. And Burnaby scramble this one clear. Wazik playing that one forward. Partovi once again tearing up that right hand side. She's been an absolute terror in this first half. And she wins a throw in for her side right down by the corner flag. I think it may have gone out for an actual corner there. The flag fell over in the process. And indeed it is out for a corner. It's going to be Bura on the far side to whip this one in. Curler into the near post. And somehow comes off Sadhu into the back of the net. And it's a fourth for the Rise. And Bura getting all the credit for her teammates there. Officially, I guess, an Olympico may go down as goalkeeping error, but either way, it's Burnaby now, Vancouver Rise 4, and I'm going to give that one to Har Bura, and 27 minutes gone. The Rise rising to the occasion as Bura gets her second of the evening. As the floodlights also come on. Sun's setting and it's getting a little bit chilly now. The Rise just not taking their foot off the gas here. Lopez chests it away, but it's already just broken up by Bader. Mia Martin not seeing any space up front, so plays it back, gets a return pass here. Now she's got some room to work with here. Sends that forward for Bolt to try and chase down, and Bolt wins it from Santillani, cuts it back in front of goal. An important foot knocks that away for Burnaby. Lacey Kindle was just waiting to pounce on that one. Now Burnaby get a chance to bring it out. Connell, Katie Connell, getting the free kick going her way there. And now it's Kindle spraying this one forward, trying to play in Bolt. Again, Burnaby just can't get the ball out of their own half and just turning it over way too cheaply. Martin sends that forward and it's trying to get to Ali Pizarka, but she had just cut inside and it just goes over her head. Once again, their Rise just win it back immediately from the playing out. Little cut inside, Bolt in front of goal, and she tucks away another one. Brooklyn Bolt, her 12th of the season in the 31st minute. It's her second of the game, And the Rise have gone nap here at Burnaby Lake. It's Burnaby FC 0, Vancouver Rise Academy 5. Burnaby have played 31 minutes. They're down by 5. They've got another hour to go. And you kind of wonder what's going through their heads at the moment, but they're still battling, to their credit, as Jahal cuts that back. Pizarka getting put under a little bit of pressure there, this time from the Burnaby press. And Burnaby have come a little bit alive here. McAdam looking for someone to lay it off to, is forced to go back. And Fraser. Burnaby had come out strong in the first couple of minutes, and you thought they were maybe going to give a game of it to the Rise, but as soon as that first goal went in, the Rise have just taken over since then. And here go the Rise once again. Partovi stretches her legs, hits the byline, does well to keep it in. Cross coming in now, and Connell gets it clear, not too far though. Loose ball picked up by Kindle. She sends a nice one in for a goal to Bolt on a hat-trick, and Sadhu coming up with a save. And again, it's immediately turned over by the home side. The Rise threatening again. Kindle out to Bura, who's also on a hat-trick here. The Rise will just have to settle for a corner instead. Corner comes in to the back of the box. It's headed down there by Iwazik, who's got her head on a couple of these corners that's come in so far for the Rise. Mila Iwazik, 5'10", centre back for the Whitecaps now. When I first saw her at one of the FTF academies, she was a forward and banging in the goals there, but with her height and her skill and her ball playing technique, making the adjustment to centre back has probably been a good one for her future career moving forward. And Pizarka decided to turn back there. Kindle was making the run, expecting the long ball forward for her to chase down. Bolt back doing some defensive work here now. That tackle on Bader brings up a free kick for the Rise. We get set to move into the last 10 minutes of the first half here. Rodriguez forced to go back with that ball, but Rise get it out now to Kindle on the wing. It's a good diagonal ball in the box, looking to try and get that onto Brooklyn Bolt. Wazik with the long ball forward, and that's two Rise players well offside there. Connell with a long range effort and goal from Katie Connell, one of the two twin sisters. And now Pizarka threads that through to Bura, but she was offside. It was a lovely ball through from Ali Pizarka, 17-year-old Calgarian. Her second season playing with the Rise. Originally had been with the Alberta Soccer Association's High Performance Academy out in Calgary, and she's one of the few players on this Rise team that's heading off to college. She's committed to the University of South Florida for the coming NCAA season. But this is still quite a young Rise side that will be together next year in the BCPL, and that is probably what the other teams in the league are not want to be hearing, the way that they've been playing this year and have really come together. Santoiani plays that forward, and the ball just not coming off there from Michaela Hunter. She's still battling away though and wins that one back. Touch inside looking for Jo Hall. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a slew of substitutions for the Rise to start the second half. Connell did well to win that back. Jo Hall drags it back to Connell here. Just not given any room out there, Bella Connell. And a long range effort attempt from Lopez, blocked though by the Rise. Nice footwork from Pertovi, and then the Rise will once again slowly build this out the back. I say slowly, their movement forward is just so good. As a nice little touch inside there from Geese, plays that through looking for Kindle to try and get on the end off. Burnaby enjoying their best spell of the game in the last couple of minutes. Bura has been calling for the ball for the last few seconds here. She'd love to get a hat-trick before half-time, as would Brooklyn Bolt. And Pertovi goes on another run up that right wing, wins another corner here for the Rise. Bura, can she get a second goal straight from the corner here? Does send the curler into the near post, and it's headed high and over the fence there from Hayden Valentine. Second bite of the cherry for Bura. That's a good curler to the back of the box. Iwasek again, almost getting her head onto that one. She's been so good trying to get to these set pieces. Hasn't come off for her yet. Third corner in quick succession here though for the Rise. It's another good delivery for Bura, right onto the head there of Pizarka. And it just takes a last touch off, I think, Santoianni there. Their corner comes into the back post. It's played back in to the edge of the 6-yard box. Burnaby can't fully get it clear. Bolt going for that, but Sadu did enough to come off and put her off, but flag up now on the far side. Martin now forward to Pizarka. That's a nice little drag from her there to make some space. Been really impressed with Ali Pizarka in this first half. Rise once again win the ball back after giving it away, and this time winning a free kick for their efforts as well. Martin chips it forward. It's chested down by Kindle. And the attention though from Valentine. But the Rise win it back again almost immediately. Connell can't stop that one from going out. Katie Connell, who came through the Whitecaps Academy herself and played in what was League One BC for the Whitecaps back in 2024. Martin out to Bura on the wing. Nice touch inside. Still Bura. Lays it off to Kindle. He knocks it out to Partovi. Still Raquel Partovi, and she goes for goal herself, and that's a big stop from Sadu. Holding on to that one. Now Burnaby go the other way. There's going to be a minimum of 3 minutes added on at the end of the first half here. Bella Connell touches it inside for Lopez. She gets that one taken off her feet, and now the Rise will try and go the other way. Ball Bolt calling for it. So is Bura, the two girls on a hat trick. And it comes to Bura at the back of the box, but just takes a bounce away from her. Lovely footwork there from Bura. Lays it off to Pizarka at the edge of the box. She chips it in. It's chested down by Kindle. Out to Pertovi now, who gets the shot off. And that was just rising from when it left her foot. And the flag up on the far side. Kindle a little bit surprised there. I'm guessing she's come back from an offside position. Two minutes of the minimum of 3 that were allocated have gone now. And it's been a dominant first half performance here from title chasing Vancouver Rise Academy. A 5-star first half performance with a brace apiece for Brooklyn Bolt and Harjanat Bura. Maybe one last chance here though for the home side to sneak something before the break. It's going to be a tough half-time team talk for Burnaby. And there goes the half-time whistle. Dominance from the Rise. They go into the break with 5 goals to the good. What will the second half hold in store? Join us in 15 minutes to find out. Welcome back. After what feels like a very long half time, it was definitely over 15 minutes, but we are back for the second half now of this BCPL Women's Division match, and it's been a rampant Rise side that are 5 goals to the good. What does the second half hold in store as Burnaby get the action underway in the all-black kit with the gold numbers and trim? They're going from right to left in this second half with their eyes and they're all forest green, light green. I'm not sure what we would call this. It's green. And there has been a slew of Rise substitutions as I was expecting. I'll just wait for all the announcements here.
Number 68, Bo Dunn. Number 67, Madison McCabe. And number 60, Adeline Fairweather.
Okay, so 4 substitutions for the Rise at half-time, including 1 in goal. Alice Bromelo has made way, coming in at number 64, Jacqueline Cuthill, the 16-year-old who's had 2 appearances this season, 1 half in each of those. She now gets her 3rd half of action.
Number 19, Emily McAdam exits the match, while number 21, Doreen Heidelbeck enters.
So there's one change for Burnaby as well. We'll get to that one first because it's only the one. So Delaney Heibeck is coming in for number 19, Emily McAdam. Heibeck wearing the number 21 jersey. So as mentioned, the 4 substitutions for the Rise, including Cuthill for Bromelo in goal. The other substitutions, 2 goal. Brooklyn Bolt makes way. She's not going to get her hat-trick in this one. Grace Robson also departing, as is Ali Pizarka. And coming on is number 60, Adeline Fairweather, number 67, Madison McCabe, and number 68, Bo Dunn. Iwazic bringing this ball out. And Cuthill getting a couple of early touches off the ball here in the Rise goal. Ainsley Grether cutting that ball out. Burnaby starting on the front foot here. That's a good reaction. That'll please the coach and staff. That's how they respond after going in 5 goals down, but they're going to have to be in the defensive play here. But a good cut out there from Delaney Heibeck. Fresh legs from the sub. But here go the Rise. The ball comes into the back post, and it was missed by Valentine and Pertovi, trying to get on the end of that. And the last touch coming off Pertovi in the end. She's had a great performance going up that right wing. I've just noticed Madeleine Morey has also come on at the break. That wasn't one of the announced substitutions. The number 11 leading scorer for Burnaby with 4 goals. As Pertovi stretches her legs again. Powers into the Burnaby box, and that's tipped away by Sidhu. Pertovi going for goal there. And the Rise will just have to settle for a corner. Partovi's been excellent out there in a night of good performances for the Rise Academy. I think if you're a coach for Burnaby, you just go in at half time and just say to them, look, go out, win the second half, show them what you've got, treat it as a 0-0 game and just see what you can get out of it. And they've certainly come out on the front foot. Ball done will go all the way back to Cuttill. Our clearance though just hangs in the air. Valentine does well to outmuscle Partovi to get to that. That decision going against the home side there. But it's been a good first 6 minutes here to start the second half. As a Wazik's attempted ball out from the back is cut out by Connell. And Connell pressuring Wazik again there. It's definitely a much more up-tempo Burnaby side than we saw in the first half. And the turnovers that we saw from Burnaby in the first 45 minutes are going in their favour now in this half. As I just noticed another Burnaby substitution that hadn't been announced. It's Elsie Silcock, the number 9, now on the pitch for them. Try and find out who went off for Burnaby at the break. So Sarah Jo Hall made way for Maddie Morey. Dariella Lopez made way for Elsie Silcock. And Bella Connell made way for Ainsley Grether at the half. Partovi now gets sprung again on the right. Once again stretches her legs, sends it into wide open space and it's tucked away. It's a 6th for the Rise. 6 off the best. And once again, Partovi with big involvement there. I'm just waiting to confirm the goal scorer. And after Burnaby's good start to the second half, they're just caught on the quick break there. And it's Fairweather. Goes for another one, almost 2 in the space of 30 seconds there for Adeline Fairweather. Burnaby will just put their heads down and keep going here. That was a first off the season, incidentally, for Adeline Fairweather. She almost had her second right after it as well. Grither plays that forward to Connell. Good play there from Katie Connell to keep that one alive, and she gets the ball back here. This time she'll play it all the way back to Sadhu. Not been much Sadhu could have done with most of the 6 goals that she's conceded in this one. You do have to think in the back of their eyes' minds, as they'll have seen that their title rivals' altitude put 8 past this Burnaby side, and they're going to want to at least match, if not better, that. And the way that they're playing, and with how much of this game still to go, you kind of have to think there's every chance that they are going to do that. McCabe, one of the 4 half-time subs for the Rise, the 16-year-old, who's played in 7 games in the lead up to this one. This is her 8th appearance of the season. Only featured for 9 minutes last year for the side. Still just 16 years old, Madison McCabe. Kendall, it's a lovely ball. Plays in Fairweather, who was just the wrong side of the line there. And the flag up very quickly here by the near side assistant referee. That decision goes the way of the visitors for the challenge that was coming in, and they'll Rise will get a free kick just inside the Burnaby half, or looks like it might just be inside their half. It's going to go that way. And good play there from Silcock, nipping in to nick that ball away for Burnaby. But it's turned over, and their Eyes get it back, but they turn it over themselves. Grither's already had a very good presence in the middle of the park for Burnaby since coming on at the half. And Valentine tries to play that inside, but Pertovi breaks it up. McCabe now was getting that taken off her foot. Valentine looks to thread that through for Silcock. But it was well read once again by Mia Martin, who has been excellent at the back for the Rise this evening. Hasn't really put a foot wrong. But it's hard to say any of the Rise players have put a foot wrong just now, as here they go again on another break. And the long range effort comes in. Easily dealt with there. Pertovi picks up the loose ball. And McCabe tries to play that out on the wing, takes the touch on the way through before it can find Lacey Kindle, and it's going to be out for a Rise throw-in. Headed clear, but not too far by Burnaby. It's going to go all back to Sadhu now, and she just gets a big boot on that, and Silcock will try and chase this down. Cuthill though off her line to deal with that danger as we move past the hour mark here at Burnaby Lake. We're attracting mosquitoes under the lights here, which is becoming more and more irritating. They do seem to like my Scottish blood, I've got to say. Especially the Burnaby ones. Silcock. Lovely effort from Elsie Silcock, but plucked out of the air by Cuthill. A chance there for Burnaby to get one on the board. Elsie Silcock certainly brought a spark to Burnaby since coming on at the break. The 17-year-old who's come through the Burnaby FC Academy, as so many of these girls have. And that's the great thing about all the teams in the BCPL. They've all got their academies, they've all got their pathways as they try to move players from youth and it's semi-pro and then on into the pro ranks, wherever that journey might take them, or even into the college game. Thank you all for watching and supporting the BCPL here on YouTube. Our next featured games come next Monday, when it's the other team at the top of the women's division, Altitude, that we will have in action as they take on Langley United in men and women's division action. And a lot on the line in that game. On the women's side, Altitude trying to keep their lead at the top, and on the men's side, Langley trying to keep their lead at the top ahead of TSS Rovers. So that game coming on Monday. It's an early kick-off. First match goes at 3:30, the second one at 6 o'clock. You can catch that one on the BCPL YouTube channel as Fairweather, just again the wrong side of the line. We'd also like to acknowledge the following league partners: the Cruyff Institute, educating future leaders of the soccer industry; Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel; One Soccer, the home of soccer in Canada. Follow your favourite BCPL alumni as they compete in the Canadian Premier League, the TELUS Canadian Championship, and with our Canadian national teams, all exclusively on One Soccer. Voit, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and the preferred match ball for the BC Premier League. Hummel, the official apparel suppliers of the Premier Soccer Leagues across Canada. The Canadian Premier League, our game, our country, our league, and BC Soccer, connecting communities through soccer. Thanks to all of them for their continued support of the BCPL and grassroots soccer here in British Columbia and across Canada. As McCabe, lovely ball through the legs of Valentine. Partovi sends another dangerous ball in from the right. This time Santoyani can get her foot on that and puts that behind for a corner. Last touch seemed to come off a Rise player there, because it is now out for a goal kick to Burnaby. Santiana again put under pressure by Fairweather, who's been such a live wire since coming on, and Fairweather bursts into the box and her cross just takes a touch and it comes through to Sadhu in the end. But lovely skill once again from Adeline Fairweather, 16-year-old from Sherwood Park in Alberta. Has played for the Canadian national team at under 17 level and looks a very bright future ahead for her. Her first experience in the BCPL this year for Fairweather. Did see time in what was League One Alberta, now Alberta Premier League, back in 2025. 12 games with St Albert Impact last year, getting 6 goals along the way. And it's St Albert Impact where Fairweather came through their academy programme. Now moving out west here with the Rise. Well, it's a loose one, a rare loose one, as DeRom gets played in and decides to go for goal right away. She didn't have too many other options, to be fair, but her shot just comes off Iwazic, and it's out for a rare Burnaby corner in this match. Can they make it count and reduce the deficit? Rise getting set to make a couple of substitutions, another one coming from Burnaby as well, but they'll wait until this game is done and dusted, or sorry, this corner is done and dusted. It's an outswinger, it's headed to the edge of the 6-yard box. The Rise get it clear. Now they're going to get a chance to break here. Bo Dunn turning on the speed, but getting back to break that up superbly was Katie Connell. Iwazic now plays that one forward. Nice little touch and turn, Kindle. She's another player that's had a really good game tonight for the Rise, as she plays that really to no one in particular. Martin, it's a nice ball forward, little cut inside, goes for the far corner and doesn't miss by much. Lovely attempt there from Madison McCabe as we get these substitutions now. Hoping the 4th official is going to put the board up here. Doesn't. Still getting it ready, so we'll come to these subs in a sec. Quite gloomy over on the far side. It's kind of been hard to work out who's gone off and who has come on. Martin again dealing with the Burnaby threat going forward. And now it's the Rise once again. McCabe dancing through the defence, puts it in front of goal, and it's just over the bar in the end. So that was McCabe that put it over the bar. Ball done now. Rogers, who's one of the 2 subs that's just come on for the Rise, Aaliyah Rogers, getting it to Partovi. Lovely footwork from Rocky Partovi once again. But her shot didn't have a lot of power in it, and it's easily dealt with by Sadhu in the Burnaby goal. We're moved past the midway point of the second half. Nice to have a game where there's not a 3-minute hydration break by the midway point, isn't it? So the substitutions there for the Rise. Annalisa Rafu coming on for Joelle Bader, and Aaliyah Rogers coming on for Lacey Kindell. rekindle even. Substitution, incidentally, for Burnaby. It's Maya Jones that has come on for Caris Fraser. Jones wearing the number 14 jersey. Into the last 20 minutes now of the second half. Tovi's in acres of space out here on the right if they can get the ball over to her. And Alicia Rafu doing well. Now ball's going to go all the way back to Sadhu. Burnaby will at least take some solace from how they've played the second half. They've certainly gone toe-to-toe as that's a through ball here now. And the Rise looking for number 7. Sadhu is rounded and it is tucked away. Aaliyah Rogers just minutes on the pitch and she makes it Burnaby now. Vancouver Rise 7. And they are indeed in 7th heaven here in the 73rd minute. And game slightly held up as Hayden Valentine just going down, trying to stretch out a little bit of cramp here. And the players will take an opportunity for a water break after me saying there isn't any hydration breaks in this game, and I'll do one myself. Valentine still getting the cramp stretched out for there. It's been a weird night of weather. It was like quite warm as this one kicked off at 22 degrees, and as soon as the sun's gone down it's got really chilly here at Burnaby Lake Sports Complex. That goal, incidentally, for Aaliyah Rogers, that's her first of the 2026 season. Burnaby headed into this game having been kept off the score sheet in the last 2 games against TSS and Altitude, and they're hoping that they don't make it 3 in a row here without being able to find the back of the net. The action going to get back underway very, very shortly.
time to announce tonight's 50-50 winning tickets.
Interesting, 3 of the Rise scorers tonight,
1,
first time scorers for the season.
6, 4, 2. That's
12 different players have now found the back of the net for the Rise, but leading the team and the league by a long way is 12-goal Brooklyn Bolt.
of today's game jackpot, totaling 136.
As we're going to get another substitution now. Hayden Valentine not able to continue here.
Everyone who participated and supported the club. Your contributions help make events like this.
Catherine McDonald is going to come on. She's wearing the number 3 jersey tonight. The 17-year-old, another player that's come through Burnaby FC's youth academy. Rafu chipped that inside and then did well to win it back as Dunn will play this all the way back to Cuthill. He's had a couple of saves to make in the second half. It's another ball forward that splits this Burnaby defence apart, but maybe the reason for that is at least one, if not both, those Rise players offside. Would explain how they found so much room. Here go the Rise again. Powering forward. And Fairweather tried to get her foot on that. We're going to get another Rise substitution here. And Raquel Pertovi making way, and a fantastic performance from her. Bonnie Zah, who's got a couple of goals herself this season. The number 53 coming on for the Rise for the final 12 minutes and change of this one. Pertovi up there for me as one of the players of the game. Connell spinning round to get her head to that, and last touch coming off the Rise. Silcock trying to chase this ball down, but Iwazic back, putting in a great defensive shift again to send that back to her keeper. But Cuthill almost played Martin in a little bit of trouble here, but Martin doing well. And the Rise end up getting a throw in here.
Vancouver Rise substitution in the 79th minute. Number 53, Bonnie Zai, enters the match, while number 33, Raquel Martoki, exits.
And Cuthill eventually gets the ball out the Rise's final third. Rafu out to Dunn now. It's a lovely ball forward at the wing for Bura to chase down. She's still on a hat trick. It's been kept quiet in this second half. 2 goals in the first, one of them from a corner. Martin plays that forward to Fairweather. Sadu quickly off her line though to deal with the danger. It was good play from the Burnaby keeper. Here go the Rise again. The ball played in. Spinning around. Trying to get on that. Bura forced to go all the way back to Dunn. She'll switch it now over to the other side for Martin. And a dipping effort, and that did not miss by much. Fairweather has had a couple of those audacious long-range efforts in the second half. Burnaby, we saw this in spells in the first half, just struggling to get out of their half at the moment. Now Connell has a little bit of time to maybe do that, but she's forced back under the pressure from McCabe. One for Rogers to chase down. It falls to Bura. He just can't get a foot in that to direct it to go, and it's just going to go behind into the last 8 minutes now. Can the Rise match Altitude's 8-goal performance against Burnaby in the last outing? Goal difference isn't really going to come into play in deciding the title. Altitude way ahead in that department. Fairweather tried to knock that pass, but that was well read and cut out by Burnaby. They're going the other way. They're still fighting. They want to get something on the scoreboard here. As Maury plays that in, that's never really going to test Cuthill, who quickly distributes this out to Bura. She's closed down by McDonald. And I'll go all the way back to Cuthill here. Isaac's ball forward cut out by Santoyani. That's another lovely long ball forward, but another one that sees Fairweather just the wrong side of the line there. Adriana Geese has had a couple of tremendous long balls forward, but the attackers have just been straying offside. Into the last 5 minutes of this one now. A couple of things to watch for still in the closing minutes here. Can the Rise match that 8-goal performance from Altitude? Can Harjanat Bura get her hat-trick? Can Burnaby manage to get one on the board and snap what would be 3 games without a goal? Burnaby just want to quickly get on with the throw in here, but the Rise win it back, but then turn it over right away. Bura caught with a little kick from behind there from Grither, who just acknowledges the referee brandishing the yellow card. Fair cop. Done. Not liking anything forward there, and plays it back to Wazik. Into the last 3 minutes, we'll give our players of the game, our unofficial AFTN players of the game for both teams. And it's obviously a little of a bit of a tough one for Burnaby, who have shipped 7 so far. I'll just break off here as it's another attack here. Rise still pushing for more. As I've mentioned a couple of times, they would love to get an 8th here. But now Burnaby's got a chance to break. It's not really numbers getting forward over. What a ball that is. Cuthill quickly off a line to take it away from Silcock. But what a tremendous ball from Katie Connell. And Katie Connell, just going back to my players of the game, was the player I was going to mention as being the standout for me tonight for Burnaby. Bura chasing that down, keeping it in. Cuts into the box, goes for goal, and she gets her hat-trick! Harjanat Bura, and what a fantastic finish as well to do it. And it's an 8th of the evening for Vancouver Rise Academy. They have matched what Altitude did last time out. Anything you can do, we can do as well. Can they do better? They've still got time to add to that. But that was a tremendous individual goal from Harjanat Bura. She chased that ball down, kept it in superbly, and then curled an absolute beauty over Nea Sadhu. And it's Burnaby FC 0. Vancouver Rise Academy 8. Harjanat Bura hadn't got a goal so far this season for the Rise. She's got 3 now on the night and has immediately become the second highest scorer for the side as well. And I hadn't finished giving my, or hadn't even started giving my Rise players of the game. I think maybe not going to be a surprise. I was going to give both a defensive player and an offensive player. So I am still going to do that. On the defensive side, Myla Iwazik, who's on the ball just now, threading that through superbly to Bura. Can she do it again? Still keeps hold of the ball. So Bura has been excellent up front and is my ultimate player of the game for getting the hat-trick. She was going to be my co-player of the game with Raquel Pertovi, who has been absolutely tremendous. going up that wing all night for the Rise. But I want to give a hat tip as well to two defenders. I thought Mia Martin has been brilliant at the back, wearing the captain's armband just now on the ball. She's really impressed me with her ball playing control out of the back line. And Myla Iwazik as well has had a good showing tonight at the back. So 3 minutes minimum to get added on at the end of this one. And the Rise trying to see if they can add a 9th. Can they go one better than Altitude? Their win this evening moves them back to within a point of Altitude at the top of the BCPL Women's Division. They've also got a game in hand, and it looks a tough ask, I think, to stop the Rise becoming 2026 BCPL champions. They've got 3 games to go after this, as they will play Unity, TSS, and then rounding off their campaign against Kamloops United. Silcock now. She's been really good, I have to say, as well, since she came on at the half for Burnaby. Definitely one of the standout players for the home side. As we move into the last minute of the 3 now. It's been a tough go for Burnaby, but you've got to give them credit. They haven't let their heads dip. They've pushed to the end. They've tried to make something happen, and they've tried to get on the score sheet, but they've been kept at bay by a very good Vancouver Rise defence. 30 seconds roughly remaining in this one. It's been a commanding and dominant performance from Vancouver Rise. 5 different players have found the back of the net for them this evening. 3 first-time scorers in the season as well, and they've been led by a hat-trick from Harjanat Bura. Pair of goals as well for the BCPL's Golden Boot leading Brooklyn Bolt. And that is the final whistle, and the Rise coming away with a big 8-0 victory. It's been a fantastic evening of football here at the Burnaby Lake Sports Complex. Thank you for being with us, whether you've been watching live or on demand. Thank you for watching and supporting the BC Premier League. We're back next Monday with a pair of featured games from North Vancouver as Altitude take on Langley United. First one of that goes at 3:30. I'll have the calls for that. Have a good rest of your week and the weekend. I've been Michael McCall, and I'll catch you at the pitch again soon.